This stuff is so yummy. Hey lovelies, welcome to today's video. It is, what day is it? Wednesday, I think. And I haven't uploaded even one video yet this week. I am purposely carving, this is my motion for carving. It's a terrible motion. Purposely carving out some time right now so I can film this video, do my 25-week pregnancy update for you guys so I don't miss a week, get it uploaded as soon as possible. I have no idea when that's gonna be. You guys absolutely hear me say this all the time, but life, I need a new word for hectic. Life is non-stop for us right now. I honestly am running, literally running sometimes from one thing to the next, trying to accomplish as much as I can every single day. And a lot of times that means my YouTube channel gets put on the back burner because this right now anyways is definitely more of a hobby. When things are this busy, I really start to look at my priority list. There's my phone, I need to put that on silent. I really start to look at my priority list, and that is always, no matter what, even if my YouTube channel like takes off and I have 1 million subscribers tomorrow, my family is my number one. I don't mean to just keep harping on, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. I'm really just trying to give you guys perspective on why I don't have a consistent upload schedule. I really wish that I did, but I do it because I love it. I love interacting with you guys, and I never want you to think that I'm just like blowing this off. With all of that said, today's video is going to be the 25-week pregnancy update video. I'm officially 26 weeks, almost 27 weeks at this point, and I am ready to recap what some of my biggest symptoms and experiences were in my 25th week of pregnancy. In my 25th week of pregnancy, we ended up doing a family holiday / New Year's / maternity photo shoot, actually, towards the very end of my 25th week of pregnancy. And you guys, most of you may know already that we live in the Kansas City metro area, and we went to a tree farm like right outside of the Lawrence area. So it took us a little bit to drive there. We ended up being late. Donald had to work that day. He got home a little bit later than anticipated. I had to wake Cal up from her nap. Like, it was just like a snowball effect. We got on the highway, we realized we forgot her shoes, and my photographer had tickets to the Nutcracker, which I am so jealous of, but there is no way that she could be late to that. What was supposed to be a 30-minute session ended up being like a 15-minute session, but it was totally okay. I don't have all the pictures back yet, but I do have one. I think I have 3 total at this point. I'll share one with you guys on the screen here now, and then I will continue to share more over on my Instagram, so you guys will definitely want to go check out my Instagram if you haven't already and give me a follow over there. We ended up wanting to do a New Year's card this year because I wanted to try to combine my maternity shoot with the holiday shoot. So if you haven't received a Christmas card, a holiday card from us this year, and you typically do, that is why. It's because we literally just took photos. It's going to be more of a New Year's card this year, and I would say it was a little bit successful in the idea of combining a holiday card with my maternity photos. I don't feel like I've popped obviously as much as I will by the time I hit like 37 weeks. I do have someone hosting a sprinkle for us, so maybe I can get some pictures there as well. Obviously, when everything was going haywire on our way or trying to make it to the photo shoot, I was crying. I was crying in the car. I was very upset. It took me so long to coordinate this. I've been coordinating this day for months. We had been having like amazing weather, and then that weekend it was like, it felt like 18 degrees outside. So I had purchased everybody's clothes, very outfit specific for this specific instance. I had coordinated it with my parents and my brother, and people had to ask off work and all these things. And so for us to like arrive so last minute, it felt like we wasted so many people's time. And I specifically noticed it that week. I'm really starting to just like cry over all the things that upset me instead of like just the big things that upset me. I'm like, I come home and the kitchen's a mess. I will cry about that, because it's just, I feel more emotionally overwhelmed right now, and I can definitely notice a difference in how I'm reacting to those feelings of being overwhelmed. Something else that I've noticed a huge increase in is I'm having a lot of tailbone pain. I am experiencing it right now. It is not just when I'm sitting though, it's also sometimes when I'm standing. With Callie's pregnancy, I had major sciatica, so I was constantly like focusing on relieving that. This pregnancy, I had occasional sciatica towards the beginning, and I still every once in a while feel like a little bit of tightness in that sciatic nerve area, but nowhere near like what I experienced in Callie's pregnancy. This time around, it has definitely been more tailbone. Another symptom I started noticing in my 25th week of pregnancy is super weird. I'm having really strange, random teeth sensitivity. The bottom row of my teeth, the back of that row, will sometimes, out of the blue, super sensitive. When I breathe in, the cold air hurts the back of my bottom row of teeth. It's so weird. And it's weird how it's like, some days it's there, some days it's not. Some days it's like for an hour and then it goes away. It's definitely been the weirdest thing. And I hate having teeth sensitivity, because it's like, it's so sensitive that even when I'm talking and when I'm just breathing in air naturally, it is painful. Another reason that I've been feeling so overwhelmed lately is because of the anemia that I was diagnosed with. I talked to you guys about that diagnosis a little bit in my last pregnancy update video, so if you haven't seen that, I will go ahead and link that for you in the iCard up on the screen here, so you guys can go check that out once you finish watching today's video. But I really feel like up until I received that diagnosis, I was just like, I'm tired, but I gotta keep going. And now that I know, like, I have this diagnosis, if you will, like I have anemia, it's not just in my mind, I actually feel extremely fatigued sometimes. Some days I feel impacted by it so much more ever since figuring out, hey, you do actually have something going on that maybe could be treated. It's so frustrating. And I know it's probably not just the anemia. It's the fact that I'm almost to my 3rd trimester of pregnancy. I'm caring for an entire household, and you know, the list just goes on and on and on. But the anemia is definitely like kind of pushing it over the edge, where I just feel like physically so impacted. Baby is still moving so much every single day. We did end up telling Kala about the pregnancy right before we went to the maternity photo shoot, because I didn't want her to be like, what is going on, when we were trying to take pictures of my belly and of her with my belly and things like that. So I did tell her. She is very excited. Like I thought, she's bringing it up randomly all the time. Like today in Target, she kind of just remembered it and wanted to talk about it all over again, which is totally okay. Her biggest thing right now is she wants to take the baby to the North Pole to meet Santa, and we have to kind of reiterate that's not gonna happen this Christmas, but you can next Christmas. I'm definitely starting to allow myself to experience all of the emotions that come with having another child. You know, because it is going to be different than going from no children to one child. You are now going to be dividing your attention, dividing yourself in so many different ways. And that's very overwhelming to think about. I don't necessarily feel overwhelmed, like, am I going to be able to do it? I think I'm going to be able to do it pretty successfully. Honestly, I feel pretty confident about it. But what I don't feel confident about is what that will take away from in order to be successful as a parent of 2. And what I mean by that is I already feel like I'm struggling keeping up with everything that's on my plate right now. And I know that once the new baby is here, something is going to have to give. And that is a little bit overwhelming to think about, because I feel like, you know, just like with however many kids you have, you get into a routine and then something changes. So I think that in itself, maybe the transition of the routine we have currently into our new routine is a little bit overwhelming to think about. Just because it's the unknown. There's something to be said for having a routine and like feeling good about that, and knowing, you know, there's probably going to be some struggles moving from one routine to the next. So if you guys already have 2+ kids, let me know what was the biggest thing that helped you in that transition going from 1 to 2 or 2 to 3. Like, what was it exactly that you felt was the biggest hurdle, and how did you overcome that? I can't believe it. Next week is Christmas. When I'm filming this today, we have about a week left until Christmas. So many things are going to be happening over the next few months. We have Calla's room transition. We're going to be transitioning her from the crib to a toddler bed to then, I'm not exactly sure, because I know with Calla, we had her in the Halo bassinet and then in a play set, not a play set, a play pen in our room for like 6 months before we actually moved her into the crib in her room. And I know that's probably going to be really similar to what we do now. So Calla is still in a crib. We've never had any issues with it up until this point, but I definitely think she's ready to transition to a toddler bed. And for her, I think kind of limiting the massive transitions that she's going to have to go through over the next few months as much as possible is going to be the best thing for us. So that's why we're moving to a toddler bed. And then at some point, she's so long anyways that she's probably going to grow out of a toddler bed length. We do have the guest room that's going to be transitioning into the second baby's room. So we have to do things like paint and reorganize the dresser. We're switching out the dressers. We're installing new lighting. We're possibly going to be redoing the closet, all of these things. And I have about, you know, 3 months left to do all of that in for the new baby's room. But it's just kind of like retraining your mind to be ready for another little child who's going to be so dependent on you, you know, dependent on you for every little thing again. And it's just so crazy, like how fast time goes and how quickly you forget like how Calla used to be like that, you know, and how truly independent on so many things she is now. It's just amazing. So that is going to be it for today's video. I really hope this isn't the last video that I post before Christmas. I'm going to really try for that not to be the case, for you guys to see at least 1, 2 videos, maybe even 3 more videos before Christmas. And then I do plan on taking a little bit of a break from YouTube for about a week or maybe 2 weeks till we get into the new year. Donald's going to be taking off work, so he's going to have some extra time at home, and I definitely want to just really be mentally and physically present for as much of that as I can. Since we are so close to Christmas, leave me a comment down below. What is like the biggest thing on your guys' to-do list before Christmas right now? Let me know. You got this, no matter what it is. Totally feel motivated. And here's a pro tip I've been sharing over on Instagram. If you guys didn't order something in time and you like either just now ordered it or you order it like Christmas Eve or something, the tradition that we do in my family is you print off a picture of whatever the gift is, you roll it up, tie a string or something around it, put it on the tree, and we call it the scroll. And then that way they actually have something to open still. It's just not actually there yet. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. I'd love to have you as a regular subscriber of the Sykes Fam channel. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Thank you so much for watching the ads on today's video. You guys are supporting a small family directly when you do that, and it does not go unnoticed or unappreciated. I'll probably be saying this in the next few videos, but I hope you guys have the most amazing holiday, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.